Hello, you're welcome to Maki Sparks Royal. I'm Amaka Osasere. Today we'll be talking about how well do you know your land document? How well do you know that land document of yours? If you're just joining for the first time, kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell to notify you when I drop more videos. We're talking about real estate, land documents, and everything that has to do with real estate, houses, buildings, and everything that has to do with real estate. So before I take much of your time, let's head straight. So how well do you know your land document? A land can be said to be acquired when it is free. It makes it easy for you to acquire since the government has not indicated any interest on such lands. So once a land is actually free, individuals can acquire documents on those lands, and titles on that land can be perfected easily when a land is totally free from any form of acquisition. When a land is free, it either has a gazette or a C of O. So we'll be talking about two types of acquisition. We have the committed acquisition, we have the global or general acquisition. So let's head down to committed acquisition. A land is said to be committed once government indicates interest on such land. Such land can never be free to the general public, and any individual that occupies that land does so on his own accord. So when you buy a land, it's advisable to check or chart up that land at the Ministry of Land and Survey to be sure of the land you're buying, in order to avoid stories that touch in the future and the pain of seeing such lands appreciate over time at your face. So we'll be talking about the second one, which is global or general acquisition. When a land under global or general acquisition can be free to individual for individual use or later committed by the government, in an event that land is free to the individual or community, the process in which that land is freed to the community or individual is called excision. That's the first process whereby the land is free. Excision is the process whereby a parcel of land under committed acquisition is free by the government to individual or community. This land can be excised and documented under the official government book known as the Gazette. Let's take for instance, Okunje village has 500 parcels of land owned by the community, and the government comes in and indicates interest on that parcel of land. By the time the government takes, let's say, 300 out of that land, the remaining part of that land will be free to the community for their own use. It's out of this free land that the villagers sell to individuals. Then the villagers will get their land excised. That way, a large parcel of land you see has a village excision. So individuals can now go and get their own title on that land, starting from excision down to C of O. Note, in an event, if an individual does not perfect that land, the villagers now goes and sells that particular land to someone else, and the person goes ahead and perfects his document on that land. It will be deemed fit by the government and the law to show that the second person that perfected the document, the title on that document, owns that land, and thereby you will lose out because you never perfected that land, as in you never perfected any title on that land. Hope you learned something from today's episode. We talked about committed acquisition, we talked about global acquisition, we also talked about excision. Please kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell if you're just joining, so that you will know when I drop more videos. Till I come your way next time, is bye from here.